Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Relic 3 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Cyan Empire, we have Yegor. Spawn on the top right side as the Yellow Soviets, we have OBIEK. Wait, it's just me, or is that on top of the refinery location? No, there's probably a little bit enough space there for that barracks. He could sell it off later and go, wait, double barracks opener? Do we have the reactor now? He needs the reactor deployed out before he goes out for a refinery, of course. We got these ore collectors pushed way out. We do have a handful of instant dojo cores pulled out on the field, trying to get some good damage down. And we got a flak trooper here, trying to deal with any dojo cores. We got a combat engineer and now another flak trooper deployed out in the field. As I sign, we'll capture up both. Or no, just that one oil derrick. Flak trooper here needs to switch out the mag mines. He did not switch out the mag mines, and even the barrack gets crushed. Flak trooper's fades forward, gains some good damage there onto the dojo core. And the dojo core does crush all the forces, does get a mag mine onto the higher health dojo core as well. Got the oil derrick not claimed. The combat engineer. There was a combat engineer over deployed on out that may have been killed off, let's be sure. Does get the mag mine off there. Bear trying to camp the dojo core. We do have the whatever's spilled in there canceled or on pause. Maybe engineer. He's going to stall out, try to get out perhaps a jet tango. We do have, or mecha tango. We do got a mecha beta on the field. Another dojo core coming on forward, trying to crush the bear. And now there's that combat engineer. Claims opponent's oil derrick, very nice. We do also have a handful of walls there. Looks like the bear does block that wall segment. Nope, looks like the conscript does run forward. And looks he's cancelled or paused. And now going for a Imperial Warrior, but the bear does camp it and gets the kill there. We got the infected on the dojo core. He should have kept that one snared. The bear could get crushed there, and now do have maybe Indiana Jones style of the dojo core trying to run over the bear. Looks like just having trouble moving forward. Does get the kill there, and does try to capture the point, and does get the capture off before the tear jump pops out. Does get gunned down by the Imperial Warrior as well. So both players have claimed their opponent's oil derrick. Very nice. And they have a hammer tank deployed on the field. Over here we do have another ore collector receiving fire from the Mecha Tengu, and the bear does take out the elite or veteran Imperial Warrior. Ore collector not getting back in line, not damaged enough to get in low in the slower moving space there. Does lay down some more walls. We have a bear here scouting it out, and we'll not gun down the bear. Bear out at sea, and now we do have a dojo core advancing forward. We have a handful of wall segments, not a whole lot there. Dojo core maybe will set up right there. Is he going for an engineer camp? Hammer tank advancing forward. The Empire player may want to get out a wall segment there to get an engineer to capture up the ore refinery. Hammer tank advancing forward, trying to, yep, does sit on right there. He filled the wall segment. But we now do have a chopper VX out on the field. No, hit the hammer tank. There's the engineer. Trying to go to capture, not doing anything, sort of just sitting there. There's literally an engineer not doing anything right in front of them. Neither players notice it's doing nothing. And can't go for capture, and does get the forced cell there, and does get gunned down by the conscript. Bullfrog does get some good damage there onto the Striker VX. Bonsai charge trying to get that conscript. Does get the kill on the conscript, and the Striker VX to just walk back home and get some repairs. Yep, Command & Conquer. Some of the old favorites of any RTS player. What's your favorite? Do you which one is your favorite Command & Conquer? Personally, I love Zero Hour as well as Kane's Wrath. Striker VX is making his way back home. does decide to transform, and if you got another chopper VX in the air, you got the Imperial War being crushed by the hammer tank. Hammer tank's advancing forward. We've got a handful of bullfrogs. Nothing too significant, honestly. There's a lot of there's 3 chopper VX on the field that should be able to overrun the bullfrogs, and the hammer tank will be quickly picked off. So honestly, if you could just pick up the hammer tank, then everything could just transform the ground and be picked off by the jet tengus or mecha tengus. There is getting some good reconnaissance on in. We do got the 5 jet tengus. Now we're seeing some flak fire. Does do a transform there. Aerodrome does get the effect on the higher health one there. Aerodrome does get picked off there and does get the hammer tank killed off. Now these jet tank or mega tengus are now pursuing these bullfrogs. Good damage there onto the mecha tengus, and we do have the striker VX advance forward. Get some good damage there. Hammer tank's being focused down, very nice. And now we've got the hammer tank very, very wounded. Trying to go leech down. That leech beam will save him from being gunned down by the mecha tengu. We have more mecha tengus advancing forward. Trying to go for the bullfrogs now. The hammer tank can't really get off. He can actually probably switch back to his gun and finish off the mecha tengu. Now the mecha tengu does transform and get out of there. Another hammer tank deployed on the field. Gains some good shots there on these various forces. Striker VX now seems some fire as well. Does get transformed there to run away. All those guys are wounded and does take out the chopper VX or striker VX. MCV does receive some fire from that mecha tengu. Oh, there's an instant dojer there. And we do have some satellites coming on out trying to stop him. And satellites do take out the engineer as well as the dojo core itself. The super reactor does receive a bit of fire there. May want to just get that repaired just to make sure it doesn't randomly explode by another assault. Now these jet tangos getting much needed repairs. That's going to claim the oil derrick there. Very nice. And we do have this ore collector collecting some ore. Over here, we do got the jet tankers flying about, trying to perhaps find some sort of engagement. Hammer tank's going to try to siege down the refinery. Need to start hitting these wall segments. They're all quite healthy, so... Oh, no, the elite one could perhaps turn on the siphon beam just to get its health topped off. The ore collector will go down and does get some good honorable discharge damage onto the hammer tank. That elite hammer tank, I really recommend getting the siphon beam up and going. Does get an infect there on that mecha tengu. Now the refinery is under siege. It does sell out the refinery there for a small cash refund. Orclips now seeing quite a bit of fire there. We got these hammer tanks there. This Orclip is now severely wounded. Could potentially get killed off by the honorable discharge. Nope, just barely survives. And this ore collector will go down. And does get an infect there with one of those mecha tengus. And does manage to kill off the aerodrome there with the hammer tank. That one does go down to a nice little snare. So now tanks have been put on the field, pushing the way forward. Oil derrick now receiving quite a bit of fire. It does set off all those wall segments now. Let's get a good kill there on the refinery. And the barracks does go down. We do now have a mass deflector trying to make his way up north, trying to blitz over here to the construction yard. He will spot this construction yard, and if you would poke a little bit farther forward, he probably will see the refinery. You now have the jet tanku coming out for actually probably spotting out that region. The refinery has been rebuilt. Empire MCV is now pushed on the front line as well. Ore Collector now receiving a bit of fire. And now we've got these tsunami tanks. They have been activated Emperor's Rage, getting the damage output greatly increased. We've got satellites now raining on in as well. It's level 1 satellites, so it should land pretty quickly. Oh, those are level 2 satellites, which of course don't land as quickly. And these guys will go ahead and nano deflect their way. Still has the Emperor's Rage still on, so that of course does reduce their movement speed. But of course, bullfrogs can't really do much versus tsunami tanks yet. Ore Collector now seeing a bit of fire there. The MiG could be focused on. Remember, it's on the deck there, and so there's no repairs for that MiG. So any damage he fires on those MiG, it'll be permanent damage. And not to mention, he has these aircraft in the air, so anything, if it were to pop up, it goes down. It does have the twin blade that popped up. Hammer tanks now advancing forward. We've got some bullfrogs rotating around. Needs to get these bullfrogs to these hammer tanks. One hammer tank will go down, and so does that Ore Collector. I think that Terror Drone goes down to the destruction of the Ore Collector by the hammer tanks. And now we do have the Chopper BX does get gunned down as well. And now the hammer tanks will be pursuing and pounding down that construction yard. Good damage on those MiGs, and as well as Jet Tengu. And this Ore Collector looks like will go down. Hammer tanks getting some good damage there onto that MCV. Mega Tengu receiving a bit of fire there. It does go down. Bullfrog seeing some good damage there on those Chopper VX. The Mega Tengu does also transform as well. Airfield now receiving a bit of fire. Tsunami tanks gaining some good damage onto that pressure crane. So the pressure crane will go down. Over here, Mecha Tengu receiving a bit of fire. MCV may try going for a crush there onto the Mecha Tengu. And Tsunami Tank does go down. Another Tsunami Tank is advancing forward, trying to get some good damage onto there. Tsunami Tank not being focused down. These are two heroic hammer tanks. In fact, if he would actually activate Siphon and grab himself an extra gun, that would go a long way. Looks like that Striker VX does get transformed, but does get gunned down by the hammer tanks. These heroic hammer tanks are doing so much damage. If he would have grabbed actual guns with him, it would have greatly increased the damage output. Over on with this charge, going to be killing off this heroic hammer tank there. No Siphon there to help him prolong his existence. And does not get the kill on that one as well. Falling on back, this refinery is still not collecting. Hammer tank will get overran. Now got two elite tsunami tanks here. They can perhaps fall back, get repairs, use nano deflectors, just get them topped off of health. Over here, oh wait, that was the war factory, not MCV. Tsunami tanks are trying to hit these collectors. This collector's severely wounded. The other one is dead. Over here, this one is collecting. This one is still collecting as well. The Soviet player needs to play out some more structures like that war factory. Now I've got a fully heroic tsunami tank right here. And now this ore collector receiving fire. These are two other elite ones, so these elite ones have not got any veterancy just yet. Let's get a nice crush there. MCV is trying to go for crush this tsunami tank there. No response. Let's get that one crushed. This ore collector does go down. Now has a fully heroic tsunami tank there that may be fully sort of blocked there. He may have trouble retreating up north this direction. Hard to tell, but we have some good fire onto the MCV. Over here, we've got this ore refinery being sold on off. We got super reactor here and ore collectors. No, we do have a war factory here. It does get us snares there. Bullfrogs going on down. I'm not sure where they were firing, but they weren't hitting this Chopper VX. Was he in hold fire stance? I'm not sure. Goes down. We do have this now elite tsunami tank there. It does take out that MCV. Got now two fully heroic tsunami tanks sieging down this war factory. And those bullfrogs is not what he needs. He needs some terror drones, honestly. There's a third heroic tsunami tank. And the Soviet players mass selling on off and surrendering. I would say the biggest problem is him not getting extra guns on those tsunami, those hammer tanks there. That could have changed the course of the battle quite handily. By the way, this is Anne Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.